Hey guys, how you doing? This is Guy here. Welcome to this new live today, June 29th, 2025. I'm live on YouTube and Facebook. Make sure you say hi in the chat. All right, just making sure everything is going well here, making sure you can hear me and see me, which you should do now. Welcome. Say hi in the chat. I see Sika. Sika is already live with us. And thank you so much for your time. Make sure you like the video, you subscribe and share. If you're meeting me for the first time here, my name is Guy. I'm an IT professional. And you can follow me on social media at Gibisuku or KBTrainings. I work in cybersecurity, and I have a pleasure to always come here, share with you what I know, what I do, my project, and all kind of stuff. So if you like those kind of things, if you are like me, if you are a techie, you should definitely subscribe because there's more to this channel. Even if we don't talk career, I actually can help you start or boost your career based on my own experience and my knowledge in the field. But also I can be very technical. I spend a lot of time talking about technical stuff, like a video that I'm preparing to drop, where it's going to be actually a live video where I'm going to show you my current home network design and some of the changes that I'm going to make to it. This is what my network will be looking after all those changes. So I have two FortiGate 200Gs in HA mode. This one will be active, that will be passive. And I have the 108F here just to share the WAN connection. And then I'm going to show you all the details about the different connections and cables that I have plugged in. The device I'm talking about actually is just right next to me here. Let's see, one moment, just making sure everything is running well here. Okay, I was not using this camera here. I think now you'll be able to see. So these are the two devices. I'm pretty sure you can hear some noise in the background. These are the two FortiGates that are making noise right now. And they'll be part of my design, and it's gonna look like this. That'll be something coming on the channel. And also I also create trainings and videos to help you pass or really know some of these certifications that are really important in the industry. I currently have the CCNA 200-301 that you can find on en.kbtrainings.com. My goal is to bring more trainings. So I'm preparing to release some Windows Server training, some ESXi trainings, because I do a lot of ESXi in my home lab. This whole lab here is linked to my home lab back then, back in the storage room. And all of that will be on en.kbtrainings.com. A lot of things to come. And also there is another course that will be releasing. That is it's called the FortiGate Operator. This is it. It's actually already released online by Fortinet. This is for the version 7.6. This one was dropped 2 days ago on the 27th. The new version of this course is now live. You can go watch this, 13 lessons. But I'm going to create my own version of this with about 20 lessons where I re-explain, because a lot of you just like the way I explain and I do things. So I'm going to explain it my own way. It's going to be awesome. But today we're here to talk about the 5 myths about tech career that I'm going to bust for you, because they are not real, or not always, not necessarily true. I'm going to tell you 5 myths that you should remove out of your brain, because it's not happening that way, at least not always. And that's based on my own career, on my own experience, and it's going to be fun. So I think I've done most of my housekeeping. The only thing is that I just missed the call yesterday with the CCNA students. But there's no problem. I'm going to reschedule another call. We'll be able to meet sometime this week so we can talk. Because if you are part of the CCNA 200-301, it's a whole community where we meet every 2 weeks for an unlimited time. We usually start around 12 p.m. my time here in Denver on Saturdays. And we can go 1 hour, 2 hours, or even 3 if there's more, or people ask questions and things like that. So when you are part of that CCNA training course, you will have access to that private community where I jump with you on a video call and we literally discuss about anything. Sometimes it's not even related to the CCNA. Anything you want to ask me, we will discuss it on that call. The calls are recorded, so if you join the community later, you can still watch previous calls on the platform. All right, so the 5 myths we're going to cover today. The first myth is that the jobs are only for geniuses or super smart people. That is one thing that everybody assumes when you talk about tech career. But this is a very easy to bust. Look at me, guys. You don't have to be a genius. You don't have to be Einstein to be able to be successful in the tech career or in your tech career. That is definitely not true. And also, it's about defining what is being smart. What does that even mean? To me, I feel like we become good at what we spend our time doing. So if you spend a lot of your time learning things, doing your labs, doing, oh, actually, I forgot to show you this new angle here. Oh, sorry, forget about that. Maybe not now. Wait. No, that's not what I meant. Literally. I just showed you and screwed up everything. What I meant to show you was this new angle that should, one moment, it's coming. Nope, it's not. It's supposed to be up, but why is it not showing? Anyway, forget about it, because I have an angle that is showing this these devices behind me. It worked a moment ago in French, but now I'm trying to do it in English live. It doesn't want to show, but that's fine. It's not even very important. Hello, Abraham Caesar. I hope that's how you pronounce it. Okay, so first myth is that you need to be very smart. That is not true, because most of the tech jobs are not requiring like a very high level of smartness. Like, you're not going to do research on like advancing the frontiers of the tech field. Some people do. Some people are researchers. Some people do R&D. All they do is trying to, break the walls and bring up all the new features in the stuff that we use. But in most of the jobs out there, all you do is use the products that are already being created, know how to use them, know what they do, know those products inside and out, so you can support your customer, you can support your enterprise, you can you can sell or whatever. So you don't have to be a genius. You just need to be passionate. You just need to know the technology or the product you're talking about. It doesn't ask for much. That's what I can tell you. Not everybody in tech is highly smart, because that's just the perception that people usually have when somebody is working in the tech field. They think they are really smart. And again, to me, I don't want to get into a discussion about what is being smart, but I feel like we are all smart. I feel like we become good at whatever you do. Even think of the guy that you would say is not smart. Just have a name in your mind. But if you know, or if you go deep into that guy's life, they have things that they do really well. And why? And that sometimes you can't even do, but they do it really well because that's what they like. That's what they spend their time doing. So if you spend your time doing something, you are going to become good at that thing. And if it's a tech skill, for example, that tech skill can help you land a good job, start a career. So being smart is just a myth. I think you just need to be passionate. You just need to love what you're doing, and that will bring you places. It will help you grow your career. That's the first myth I am busting today. The second one, you'll get rich fast in tech. Yeah, that's also something. Some people actually come in the tech field just for the money. Like, they come because there's money, because they want to, make a ton of money. And also, it's about defining what is being rich. But to me, I just feel like we're talking about somebody who just want to make the end meet, have enough to save, have enough to invest, have enough to travel, and have vacations and just be fine. Yes, you can get there in the tech field, but it doesn't happen right away. It doesn't happen always. You don't get rich fast, because your career has to go through steps. You start from the beginning as an entry level. That's why I don't know if I made that video in English, but I did it in French for sure because I was talking about these people that are online telling other people that without experience, so no experience, you can take a course or a certification or whatever, and then you start in less than a year, you start a career in cybersecurity where you're making over 200K of salary. And I made a video about it. I'm like, no, this is not true. This is a lie. What company would just trust you with your no experience background? And when I say experience, I'm not only talking about experience on the job. Some experiences can be from your own labs, from your own projects, from whatever you've been exposed to. Experience is about exposure. When you are when you have exposure and you have something to offer, that's when you can make this kind of money. This is a lot of money. This is not just the money we throw at somebody because they've done like a cert on cybersecurity or whatever. They need to know their stuff. And you're not going to know that in a year. So that's why most entry-level jobs, like if we talk about the US, for example, you need to be ready to start somewhere. You need to be ready to start at like 35K. If you have no experience, you are like a technician and you just do like, I don't know, whatever entry-level tech support jobs. This can be like 35K a year or maybe like $19 or $20 an hour. That is still acceptable. At least you put your feet at the door and from there you can grow. I started my first tech job in the US. I mean, I'm saying in the US because I started all the way back to the Congo in Kinshasa in 2011. But when I came in the US around 2015, I got my first job. I actually started in 2016, February 2016. Got my first job at level 3. It wasn't that highly paid. I was a tech 3, so it was good enough, but it was the beginning of it. After 6 months, I was promoted. Then I got into, what was it back then? It was like, I got in around at 65K and then it became 75 because I had some experience too. I had about 2 or 3 years of experience from the Congo where I came from. And I had some certifications like the Network Plus, Security Plus, and things like that. So you can go slow, you start going up and growing. I got promoted to a peering coordinator. And then by 2018, when I got my which I would consider my third job, that's when I broke the 100K barrier. But somebody will tell you that you can do this on day one. You can do this on your first job. That is not true. You're not going to become rich overnight. And that was 2018. And then I kept growing from there. So it took me about 3 years. And if you know me, I don't joke around. I don't sleep when it comes to knowledge. During those 3 years, I had a lot of things to learn. And in 2018 that I'm talking about, I had my CCNP. I was Cisco certified, CCNP. And I knew that with the CCNP in my region, I couldn't make less than 120. That's what I went for, and that's what I got back then in 2018. So people out there telling you that you get rich fast in the tech without experience, just know some quick tips, and then jump in and a company will give you 200K. That is not true. That is false. It's a myth that I want to bust today. The third one is that if you don't start young, it's too late for you. You are too old for the field. You can start in your 40s, 50s, 60s. Definitely not true. And there's also this thing where people think that, the older you are, it might be true physiologically, but it doesn't have to impact your career as much. And I'm talking about the fact that people think that the older you are, I even know people in their 40s talking about being old and their brain not being able to learn as much. I don't think that's true. In your 40s, in your 50s, I've trained people that are 25, 35, 45, 55, 60. You can still start a career in a tech. You can still learn new stuff. As long as you keep your brain sharp, as long as you are open to learn and you have time for it. Being younger doesn't make anybody smarter. Maybe it does. Scientists out there can probably give me a lecture on that. But I think, and I know mentors or people that I like to watch, people that do stuff that are in their 60s and 70s, still really sharp. And I actually know a friend of mine who's 85, very sharp. He writes books and stuff. I don't know. That guy is literally like the smartest guy that I know at that age. And he's still really good. He can learn anything. So you don't have to start this career in your 20s or your 30s. You can start it anytime. It's never too late. Just take your time, put your effort to it, put a lot of time to it. You are going to be fine. Maybe the thing is that with age, you have more responsibilities, you have a lot to do. It may affect your pace of learning or your ways of learning, but being old will not prevent you from getting in the field. I actually remember, what company was it? Was it Comcast? Yes, I think back then in the knock, I worked with a tech guy that was literally like 70 years old. He was good. He was still really good and really sharp and really good at his job. I think he was. It was like he made a switch during his retirement or something. He started learning tech and then started working for Comcast back then. So it's definitely possible. Age is not a barrier. If you don't start young, it's not late. You can still start anytime. Just go out there, get exposed, go online, learn some things, get some certifications, get some courses on Udemy, on whatever platform you want to learn on KBTrainings.com. If you go for my CCNA course, for example, on en.kbtrainings.com, just learn stuff at whatever age you are. You might need to deploy a little more efforts than a 15 years old, but you will still be able to learn. And I'm not sure about that old brain and no difficulties to learn, but I don't think it's true. It's a myth. But at least starting your career or starting in tech, you can do it at any age. That is not a problem. The fourth myth that I want to bust today is that certifications are better than experience. This is not true. It's not necessarily true. It can go either way. What I mean is, I know on this channel, I'm all about learning. I'm all about certifications. I even create courses on certifications. But that is not all you need. You need experience. Actually, experience is better. Knowing things is better than just being certified. That's a take here. You need to know what you're doing. Companies don't care how many certs you have, as long as you can deliver with your experience. And how can you get experience? Sometime by getting certified. Because what do you do when you're getting certified? Like, the way I like to study is that I make things harder so I can know more. I do all these labs. I have my ESXi back then. Actually, I'm going to bring you some videos that I did in French, but not in English, because it's just a one-time thing. I had to replace my ESXi host motherboard. It was a Dell R640. I'm going to bring you that here. So I have the ESXi to study not only for my cert, but for anything else that I want to know. So you need to be exposed as much as possible. So we're talking about experience. How do you get experience? First, it can be on the job. Second, it can be on your own, in your lab. Or sometimes if you don't have a job yet, you can get experience from your lab and then find a job with it. So find ways to build your knowledge beyond certifications, because experience is really important. Experience is better than certifications, because we've always seen people that are always about their certs. They literally don't know much, but all they can say is just like they're certified. Hey, how do you do this? Like at the job interview, how do you define this? Or what are your qualifications? I am CCNA certified. Okay. And just say what you know with that. What do you have? What are you able to deliver with either the certs or your past jobs that you have? Experience is really important. That is the fourth myth. Certs are good. Keep getting certified, because I feel like they help you get structured in your way of learning. They show you what to know or what to learn. CCNA certification are being updated every 2 or 3 years. Fortinet certifications, FCA, FCP, FCSS, and all of that, they show you what's happening right now in the field of cybersecurity. So it's good to get certified, but it's even better to know your thing. It's better to have experience in your lab or on the job. So that's the fourth myth I want to mention. Last, I'm going to finish with the last myth: you must have a computer science degree. So this one is It's very interesting because now we're talking about where you are, because there are still countries today across the world that are all about degrees. Even though knowledge has left school a while ago. I mean, it's not only in school, knowledge is everywhere now. Knowledge is at every corner of the street. If you really want to learn, you can learn. You can learn online. You can learn on YouTube. You can learn on Udemy. You can learn on KBTrainings, Skillshare. All those sites or online resources can help you acquire knowledge. You now don't have to go sit for 4, 5, 6 years to learn. Mostly computers, it's everywhere now. If you have your good computer with like 16 gigabytes of RAM, for example, or 32 preferred, you can build all kind of labs there with VMware Workstation. You can literally learn anything. Having a degree is good. I'm not against the degree, but for somebody who wants to start, this is not a deal breaker. This is not something that would prevent you to have a successful career in the tech field. You still can be a good engineer without a computer science degree or without an engineering degree, because you can learn things from anywhere, anytime, and apply those things on the job and be fine. So that's the myth number 5 I want to bust today. A computer science degree, an engineering or computer engineering degree, it's good to have, but it's not a requirement. At least in the US, a lot of companies, I think I made a video about it, a lot of companies do not require degrees right now for you to get started. They require experience, of course. They require exposure, but a degree is now optional. So if you don't have a degree, you can still make it. If you do have a degree, it's even better. Your degree taught you a lot when you were studying, but also can help you in starting a career or finding a job. Certifications, I would personally always go for certs than degrees, but if you already have a degree, that is not a problem at all. So that was the 5th myth I want to bust today. In computer science, I mean, in the tech field, there are many things to do in many avenues to take. You can be in cybersecurity, you can be in networking, you can be in the cloud, you can be in wireless, you can be in voice or collaboration. All of that are things you can do. And for you to pick one thing and learn it really well, you really need to be passionate. It's something that should come from your inner self, where you feel like, I want to do this thing. Not only for the money, even though the money can come later when you have experience, you have good jobs, you can deliver more, you're going to be able to make more money, but it's not right away. So it's about knowing what you want, keep going with it, getting that entry-level job if you're not in the field yet, and slowly building your career. That's when you can get to those 100K, 200K, 300K. I don't know if I shared it here, but I showed you this job post from Netflix that was like 900K, millions. All of that is possible, but start somewhere and be patient and go slow. That's what I want to tell you. And me personally, I've been into learning a lot. I learn every single day. I learn something new, and that's why I feel like my career is advancing really fast, because I am really into learning. I don't waste my time, and I would recommend you to do the same thing. So if you are that kind of person, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe, and you don't miss any of my future videos, any of my future projects. Thank you, Azul. Thank you, Lou Lax. This one was a short one. I was actually thinking about talking of different subjects. I did a lot of lab this week about radius Wi-Fi authentication. I did it for one of my customers, but yeah, it's something I'm definitely going to share with you. I am going to talk about the FortiGate Authenticator. I think I'm going to create like a mini course on the FortiGate Authenticator, how to deploy it and everything, and then I'm going to show you how to integrate it with your Wi-Fi radius so you can have users authenticate using an AD, Active Directory, or you can even use Intra ID, but I don't know if Intra ID is possible with radius. I don't think so. You may have to sync with the local AD, and all of that will be coming in the next few weeks. I just want to talk about career today because I like to mix tech stuff and career focused stuff as well. All right, guys, that's all for this video. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for watching. If you like what I do, don't forget to like and share, and we will see you. I'll see you next Sunday. If I have something in the middle of the week, I'm going to drop it. I actually just shot a video on upgrading to 7.6 on my FortiGate. That one will come on the channel. So stay tuned for more content. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and bye.